What's going on, everybody? Season's greetings and happy holidays. My name is Ben and welcome back to the bench, guys, for the very first episode of the third annual 12 Sprues of Kit-mas. That's right, guys, we are back for year number 3 and I'm very excited to go ahead and see what we can do. As you can see, I've got my brand new clean cutting mat right here. Got my Christmas sweater on. We are ready to get started. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be building. Now, if you're new to the channel and you're new to 12 Sprues, let me go ahead and explain what we're going to do here on this particular series. I'm going to be building 12 model kits over the course of 12 episodes. And that means that each episode is going to be an entire model kit from start to finish. That doesn't necessarily mean we're going to build it all in one day. We're going to take a couple of days for sure, but we're just going to go ahead and give them to you in one episode a piece. Very different from my normal episodic building style. Also, there's a little bit of a catch here. Much like last year and the year before that, I'm not going to know what order we're going to be building these kits. I'm going to know what kits we're going to be building because, well, I picked them up over the course of this last year, but I don't know in which order we're going to be building. So that's kind of the trick of it. It's very exciting and fast paced and it can get really hectic, but you know what? It's good fun on the bench. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you guys what kits we might have in store for us soon. Now, I've got 13 model kits. And the reason for that is I have an alternate. And the alternate is just one of those, maybe I'm going to build this, maybe I'm not going to build this, and I'm not really going to know because it's all going to be set up in a certain order by a third party, in this case, my girlfriend. So she's going to go ahead and take all of these 13 model kits, pick out whichever one she wants to go ahead and have me build, put them in whatever order she wants in a random drawing box, and then we're just going to go ahead every single episode, punch through one of those openings, and pull out one of these kits. Seems pretty simple, but boy, it gets hectic. Let's go ahead and go through each of these kits, and I'm going to show you what we might have in store for us here on the bench, and we're just going to go ahead and have some fun. So let's get started. Now, the first kit we have here is a Revell Fokker D7 in 1/72nd scale. These are all 1/72nd scale kits, by the way, guys, so I'm sticking with that. Now, this isn't one of those kits I'm really excited to build because I know it's Revell and I know it's very simplistic. Also, most of the parts have either flash or ejector pin marks on them, and they're not really hidden places either. They're very prominent. So it's going to take a little bit of cleanup, but you know what? I threw it in here just because it was cheap. I liked the Fokker D7 and I thought, why not? Maybe I can make it an ornament or whatnot. Just have some fun with it. Also, I should mention that we don't always build these for the display case. We can put a little hook on there, we use it as an ornament. So that's going to be kind of fun, much like last year. Of course, in this kit, we have a full assortment of decals, though we only have one particular scheme as far as I can tell. And I do like the coloring on this. That red, blue, and white coloring is very stark. It kind of jumps out at you. But if this does pop in there, we're going to do our best and we're going to have some fun with it. Fokker D7 by Revell. Moving right along here, guys, this is actually a kit I've been very excited to build. This is the Airfix Hawker Hurricane Mark I. This is actually an early Hurricane, so it's got the fixed pitched two-bladed propeller. Very excited to go ahead and get it on this one. It's got that really cool black and white under surface paint job. Not really sure why they did that, but it looks awesome. So this is going to be a pretty fun little kit. Plus, I built Airfix in the past, and they've always kind of come together nicely. So I don't think this is going to be much different. Probably pretty simple, and it's going to be fun to go ahead and build. I love the Hurricane. It's classic early World War II. Awesome stuff. I hope I see it on the bench. Moving right along, guys, this is kind of an oddity here. This is actually a Rodent Albatross D1, 1/72nd scale World War I aircraft. I love the Albatross, but I've never built a Rodent kit before, so I have no idea how these go together. From what I have heard, though, and actually from my real quick glances here at the parts, there's usually a lot of flash, and they're not easy to build kits. So that's probably not great for a fast turnaround. I can already tell that there are a lot of parts and pieces that have flash on them. Let me go ahead and zoom in here for you, show you guys in a bit more detail. As you can see, that is a lot of flash, guys. Every single part is going to require extra cleanup. So that's going to take a lot of sanding, a lot of jeweler files, a lot of X-Acto knife work. I'm a little bit concerned. There's a lot of work involved with this one, but that's okay. You know what? This is all about having fun, and if I don't make it through all the way, at least I can have the experience. We do have a nice set of decals here, and we have multiple different schemes that we can build. I'm not sure which one I'd want to go ahead and do because they all look pretty cool, but I am kind of leaning towards a little bit more of the wooden grained fuselage with maybe the camouflage or linen wings. Might be kind of fun to go ahead and do. But like I said, lots and lots of different choices here, really cool markings, and I like the Albatross. It's one of those really cool quintessential World War I German aircraft, so it should be pretty fun. Plus, we have a rigging chart in the back. I don't know if I'm going to rig this aircraft, but if I want to, it's right here in a very nice schematic, so we do have options. We really could try it. Otherwise, though, yeah, my very first Rodent kit, and it's an Albatross D1. Not necessarily the best choice since it's World War I, and there's rigging involved, but I think it's going to be fun anyway, so I'm cautiously optimistic. Moving right along, guys, we have another Rodent kit, though this time World War II, and this is a Lag 3 35th series. Now, I personally love the Lag 3. It's one of my favorite Russian aircraft of World War II. There's just something about them. Yeah, it wasn't a very good airplane in reality, but I think it has a very interesting, very distinct look, and I think it's a pretty cool design. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to tackle this Rodent Lag 3 35th series. Again, I don't know how this is going to come together, but we are given either Finnish decals or Russian decals. The parts look okay. It does look like it has a little bit of flash here and there, though, so that's going to be challenging. But again, if I can make it to the Albatross, I can make it through a Lag 3 for sure. So that should be fun, guys. Again, we don't know if we're going to build it, but that is in the queue, so we might see it pop up in one of the episodes. Now, wasting no time, guys, let's move along here. This is an F-20 Tiger Shark by Hasagawa. Now, I don't know much about the F-20. I'm not really sure what it was designed to do, but this is a really nice looking aircraft, and it's a Hasagawa kit, and the plastic looks fantastic. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun to go ahead and build. Now again, like I mentioned before, we might do it as an ornament or maybe as a display piece in our display case. I don't know for sure, but this is a really slick looking fighter, so I'm excited to go ahead and potentially build this one in one of the episodes. So awesome. But of course, we definitely need some more World War II aircraft since that is my favorite era to build, and this is a Tempest Mark V by Academy. Now last year I built a Stuka, a P-51, and a P-47 all by Academy. Really nice fitting kits, they turned out beautifully. So this should be kind of cool, and I think it's going to look really nice next to my P-47, P-51, and Stuka. Now here's kind of an interesting aircraft kit. We have a Yak 3 by Zvezda. The difference here though is this is a snap-tight kit. So I don't know how this is going to come together. Just from the shots in the back of the box here, it looks like we have a lot of seams to contend with. Since it is a snap-tight kit, I don't know if tolerances are as fine as some of the other models that they produce, but I absolutely love the Yak 3. It's up there as one of my favorite aircraft as well, much like the Lag 3. Kind of been wanting to build one. So this will give me a good opportunity to go ahead and give it a shot and try it out. It's got two different schemes here, so it's not really that complicated. A very simple kit. I don't think there's a lot of detail in there, at least doesn't look like there is. It might take a little bit more cleanup and some very careful part fitting and maybe some surgery here and there on the kit. I don't know for sure though, but it is an interesting model and I can't wait to give it a shot. I swear this is actually probably the year of Rodent because I have another Rodent kit. This is a Pfalz D3. Another World War I aircraft, very similar in shape and design to the Albatross, but a little bit different here and there. I like the Pfalz a little bit better because it's so streamlined. It really looks like a thoroughbred fighter. I don't know much about it though in reality, but I like the look of it, and this was again very cheap online, and I thought let's just go for it. Let's see what we can do. It doesn't mean necessarily we're going to be building it either, but this is a potential, so we might see it pop up at some point. Again, just from a quick look at the plastic, there is some flash, so it's going to take quite a bit of cleanup, I'm assuming. Again, a really nice looking little fighter. I also have a 1/48 scale Edward Weekend Edition kit of the Pfalz D3, so this might be a good precursor to eventually building that. Anyway, moving right along, guys, this next kit, this should be a kick, guys, it really should. This is a 1/72nd scale A10 Warthog. I gotta tell you, I love the look of the Warthog. It's a mean looking ground attack aircraft, and it's actually a very big model. This is actually bigger than one of my 1/48 scales, so this is going to probably have to be a display shelf build. So this is going to be an interesting build. I'm hoping that it comes through, plus it has all the ordnance, it's got that giant Gatling gun. This is a really nice looking model, and again, it's an Academy kit. We built Academy before. They always tend to work out beautifully, so I'm excited to see how this one works. Now, what would our lineup be without an American Navy fighter from World War II? In this case, we have an F-6F Hellcat. Now this is the Academy kit, and we can apparently either build the Dash 3 or the Dash 5. I'm probably going to go ahead and try for the Dash 5. I've already got that dark sea blue color that I used on the Bearcat. I can use it on this. Otherwise, I have to do that tricolor scheme, which I don't know really how to paint. So I think with this overall gloss sea blue, it should be pretty simple to do and kind of fun, and I can get to experiment a little bit with more dark sea blue. That should be a lot of fun. Now, if you followed me last year, you're probably going to recognize this particular model. This is a 1/72nd scale Curtiss Tomahawk Mark IIB. This is the same kit I built last year. I actually have a second one. Been kind of waiting in the woodworks here. This we know is an awesome kit. I built it last year for my display case. So if this ends up coming back into the rotation, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it a tree ornament. But like I said, it's an awesome kit. I had a lot of fun with it last year, even though it was a little bit finicky with those glass panels behind the cockpit. Everything else fit beautifully. Everything just buttoned right together, tucked in there. It was a great kit, super simple to paint, super fun, and very cool looking aircraft. We're definitely going to have some fun with this one because I know it's a great kit. Now this next kit though is a little bit different for me. This is much more modern than I'm typically used to building. This is a 1/72nd scale Hasagawa Jaguar GR Mark I. This is one of those aircraft I don't know much about, but I've always been a bit intrigued by its design. Very cool looking jet. Plus it's Hasagawa, so if anything, it's going to be a great build. Doesn't look to be all that complicated. Beautiful looking plastic recessed panel lines. I think it would be pretty fun. Now for our last kit, guys, this is something I'm very excited about. This is a 1/72nd scale J7W1 Shinden. Also by Hasagawa, a very cool looking experimental Japanese fighter, first flown in August of 1945. So it was way too late to see any combat, but it's one of those like Japan 46 style aircraft. Very modern, very futuristic, almost like sci-fi. It's just one of those really cool looking fighters. And I think Hasagawa makes a 1/48 scale version of this as well. So that might be kind of fun to sink my teeth into at a later date. I do have to find one though, I don't have one in the stash. The nice thing about this kit is it is an experimental aircraft, guys, so it never saw any combat, which means I don't have to go crazy with weathering. I don't have to worry too much about any of it. I can just build it more or less clean out of the box. I might need to weight the front nose though, so I can kick it up on those landing gears. Pretty straightforward build. But anyway, everybody, that is it for us today. I am so excited to see how this all comes together. I know last year was a lot of fun, so I'm hoping this year is just going to be as much fun, if not more. Again, I tried to go ahead and give us a nice, well-rounded collection of kits from World War I to modern day, so that's going to be kind of fun, and we're going to see how it works out. Again, I'm not going to be choosing the exact order. That's going to be left up to a third party. In this case, my wonderful girlfriend is going to go ahead and choose whatever she wants and put them in any order she wants. But we're going to try to go ahead and start building, and we're going to release an episode hopefully on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays through the month of December. So until then, guys, you know the drill. Go out there, get yourself some bench time, have some fun, build something cool. We'll see you back here on the next episode of the 12 Sprues of Kit-mas here on Ben Builds. Thanks so much, everybody. Happy holidays, and we'll see you soon.